I walked out of the house, slamming the door behind me, leaving Lisa in her stunned state. But I had barely taken a few steps when I heard her run out after me. "Alex, please, let's talk." There was panic in her voice. I turned around and looked at her. There were no tears in her eyes, only fear. But not fear of losing me, but fear of her secret being out in the open. "Talk? Lisa, about what?" I crossed my arms over my chest. "Do you want to tell me how you spent this business trip?" She swallowed and, avoiding my gaze, quietly whispered, "Let's go inside." I shook my head. "No, Lisa, I want to hear the whole truth, here and now." She clenched her fingers as if deciding what to say. "It didn't mean anything. It was just. She paused, then added abruptly, "Revenge." I frowned. "Revenge? For what?" She took a deep breath. "You cheated on me, Alex." The world seemed to rock. "What?" I found the correspondence. You wrote to some girl 6 months ago. You said that you were bored with me, that we no longer had passion." I looked at her, stunned. "Lisa, are you out of your mind? What are you talking about?" "The one you wrote to." Her voice shook. "I found the message, but I didn't tell you. I figured that if you could, I could too." I took a deep breath, trying to process her words. "Show me." She froze. "What?" "Show me those messages." Her face went pale. She hesitated, then quickly answered. "I remove them." I closed my eyes and clenched my teeth. "So you destroyed our marriage based on something you can't even prove?" She looked away. "I thought I understood everything correctly." I nodded slowly. "I see." She reached for me, but I took a step back. "Lisa, not only did you betray me, but you justified it with some kind of nonsense. If you had talked to me, if you had proof, you would have told me right away. But no, you just wanted an excuse for your actions." "No," she cried. Minus I. "I love you, Alex. I really do." I looked at her. "Love does not make people traitors." She burst into tears, but I didn't care anymore. I turned around and left. That night I did stay at a hotel, but I slept poorly. Her words were spinning around in my head. I couldn't believe that our marriage had fallen apart so quickly. In the morning, I decided to pull myself together. I had to move on. When I stopped by the house to pick up some things, I found Lisa in the kitchen. She looked tired, but tried to smile. "I made breakfast. Maybe we should talk." I walked into the bedroom without saying a word. I took my bag and started packing. "Alex, please, don't do this." "You already did, Lisa." But when I opened the closet, another blow was waiting for me. On the bottom shelf, among her things, lay a small box. I took it, opened it. There was a ring inside. A man's. I clenched my fists. "Lisa, what is this?" She turned pale. It's not what you think." "Then explain." She bit her lip. It's his. He left it at my hotel. I wanted to return it." "Yeah, right." I squeezed the box in my hand. "Tell me the truth, Lisa." She sighed heavily. "He proposed to me." I froze. "What?" "I refused," she added hastily. "Alex, I didn't want things to go this far. He thought I would leave you." I clenched my jaw. "Were you really considering that option?" She was silent, and that was worse than any answer. I looked at her one last time. "I see." I left the bedroom, took the keys, and headed for the door. "Alex," she called quietly. I stopped, but didn't turn around. "I really love you." I grinned. "You don't know what love is." I walked out, slamming the door behind me. At that moment, I felt relief. Yes, it was painful. Yes, it destroyed everything I believed in. But I was no longer a hostage to lies. I was free. What would you do in the protagonist's place? Write in the comments.